So I welcome every one of you here, and I am Aryan Mehra. If anyone knows me for the is seeing me for the first time, I am basically your physics companion, and through me you will be able to see all the problems you might be facing because I have also gone through the same problems which every physics student goes through. So in the last 8 year, I have been in after my 12th class. I am in physics. I have earned all of my money from physics. I have earned all the career of the in the physics. So today I will be compressing that entire physics career for you and also giving you some sort of guidance for the CSIR NET June examination. And not only CSIR NET June, but the overall career of the physics. But I will not repeat all the things that I mentioned in the last session. Today there will be some new things I will be covering up. So if you don't know me, I have done my MSc from IIT Delhi. Then I went into for PhD in IIC Bangalore. I dropped out from PhD after some 1 year. I also gave UPSC Geophysics mains examination. I qualified that. I gave interview and so many other exams. I also qualified like CSR, NET, JEST, GATE. But more or less, more than that, what I want to touch today is very sensitive topic that how to be in the top 1% of physics field. Definitely, I'm not in the top 1%, so don't think that I am there. But I have seen many people, and through some experiences, I can help you lift lift you up in the physics career or raise that ladder in the physics career. तो वो हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ मिसकंसेप्शंस स्टिग्मास अराउंड फिजिक्स करियर कि कैसे इसके अंदर वी कैन मेक अवर सेल्फ एंड व्हाट इज करियर. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. In the last 20-30 days, I came across almost more than 500 students because our free foundation course was going on. So many people messaged me. And I thought and I realized that people don't even know that what is career. Career itself is a confusion for them. They think only one job is a career. So you get one job and that's career. That's all. That done. Okay? So that is not career. And that is not being top 1% means. So, what are the various dimensions in a career we have to see? There are multiple dimensions, and you have to work in all of those dimensions. So, we will begin with the most important dimension, which is money. So, money ka concept is very simple. If you don't have money, then the money is the only problem. Then you have only one problem in life, that is money. But once you have money, then you have 100 other problems. 100 other problems. So basically, you need to have money to think for the bigger problems. Elon Musk is thinking to going to Mars because he don't have to think about money. Okay. So until unless you don't have a money, then money is the only problem. It's only one problem is there in your life, that is money. And then you think everything can be solved with money. Money is not a motivation. Money is something which we use to solve our problems and get freedom in life. Only money can give you the freedom to do whatever you need to do in your life, to do innovation, to do research, to choose the career which you want to choose. Only money can give you that sort of freedom. Until unless you don't have that, you are never free. You are always bound. Okay? So we will talk about money, how to get the freedom from money point of view. Once this aspect is solved, then you think about other things also. For example, power. Power not to harass, but power to manage. For example, if God forbids some medical emergency is at your home, you need power. You need to get a good hospital to get the organs for your transplants, or any very many different things are there where you need some sort of connection, some sort of power, and that takes a lot of life to reach to that level where you maintain that connections, where you develop those connections. It is not something that you can do in your 20s or 30s. It takes about 10-15 years to have that. Then you have social status. This is the biggest problem. This is a very big problem today because we are so much running behind social status. We are forgetting about the other dimensions of the career. We are so much trying to do what our society wants us to do. For example, our society wants us to see at a good government job, so we are blindly running behind the government job and wasting our careers. It does not mean that government job is not important, but doing government job just so that I convince my society to respect me. Basically, I'm so hungry for the respect of the society that I am not even able to maintain or manage a career. I'm not building a career, rather I'm building something so that the people around me respects me. And when I go towards marrying someone, I have a higher value, that I get easily I can easily get married, or I'm free. I get, for in girls case, girls think that they will get freedom if they get government job. So everything is basically we are doing for societal status. We do not, I do not say that we should not worry about our social status, but we should know that how much to worry about it and how to maintain the other dimensions while maintaining the social status as well. And what kind of respect you it is positive and what kind of respect is negative. That also you should understand. Ki, to what level I need to achieve the success. In the last 7 8 years, as I went into IIT, as I went into IISc, what kind of criticism I faced, what kind of respect I obtained, both of them I will cover. It's not like once you do one thing, then all sort of respect only will come. Criticism also comes. Okay? And then the most important is passion and happiness. Many people start preparing for banking exam and they never want to become a banker. They start working for SSC exams and they have no idea of what is being GST inspector means. They are only trying to become a GST inspector for social status. They are only trying to become a banker for social status, for one job. Okay? So the entire life they are focusing for this stability. And let me give you one very big idea. The person who seeks stability, उसको तो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, जिसने स्टेबिलिटी ढूंढी है ना लाइफ में, the life has played a dangle with that person. Because if you do not change, then the life will change and then you have to adopt to those changes. So, and we think that one government job will give us stability and then we are all stable. So never seek stability. So the today's session will be, we are not seeking stability. We are seeking continuous growth for that 1%. वहां पर वो that 1% bracket we have to reach, and we have to reach together. By the age I am 40, you will also be 40, so let's reach there together. Okay? So now maybe I am 1 or 2 steps ahead of you, but you have time of 10 years to reach there. So today is not about stability, today is about continuous growth. But I will also cover the stability part. So in this seeking of stability, we forget about what is a passion and what is happiness. Are you willing to give 40 years in a bank? Are you willing to give 40? Let's say I give you a government job in SBI. Are you okay with daily going and filling the checks for them? Every day you go and then prominent front you are filling nothing, just a managerial job. So most of you will not be happy in that. Some of you will be. If you are happy, then it's perfectly fine. But we also have to maintain that I'm building a career. And in career, I have to work that job for 40 years. And after 40 years, when I look back, there should be at least 1,000, 2,000 people who look up to me. I inspire those 100, 1,000, 2,000 people. I should not get just one bouquet and then jao ji jao, resignation. Today you are retired. Enjoy your retired life. I have to enjoy those 40 years also. So people are so focused for the first job, they forget about the rest of the 40 years. So हमें वो 40 years को भी देखना है. Then family and love. We need to get married. We are young people. We will have girlfriends. We will have boyfriends. We will have marriage. We have our parents are getting older, so that responsibility is also coming. And trust me, one thing: many people think that the family and love situation is, women think that it is patriarchal. Men think it is basically women dominated. In the last many years, I realized that the physics career or any career in general does not differentiate between men and women. Many girls message me with the same intent that I need to earn for my family. I am the elder daughter and I need to earn for my family. Many young boys also message me this. Take it. So the challenges are same for both of them. Don't think that only boys have to provide. Girls also have to do the same responsibility. And at the level of the boys, men also have the similar problem. For example, we say physical abuse. Physical abuse, we think, okay, only the girl has to face it. Okay. Yes, sexual harassment, women
पढ़ाई
feel,
से रिलेटेड ना समझा रहा, वैसे समझा रहा है।
women feel sorry, let me just mute this person. Okay. Women definitely experience that much more. But physical abuse is not only sexual harassment. Imagine you are in a new city, you joined the new job. It happened with me. And you are in a new job, you are alone in that city, and suddenly you are parking your Activa, and a tall Sardar guy comes. How did you park here? And starts fighting with you and start physically abusing you. What will you do in that new city? You are alone in that city. You are in new job. You cannot bring your office colleagues there. So it is also physical abuse. You will be very much alone. So you have to think anyone who is trying to make career has to go through these things. It is either men or women, no matter what. So family and love, we have to manage. There are so many things we have to manage, and then ultimately giving back to society also. Until unless you don't give back, no one cares. No one. Do you respect Ambani ji? Do you, anyone of you? How many of you
No,
respect Ambani?
no one. He's a simply industrialist.
This is.
He's a
How many of
businessman.
you respect Tata? Tatas, Ratan
Yes,
Tata.
Tata. Tata, Ratan Tata, sir.
Same money, same. People in America respect Elon Musk because for their society, having a technological advancement is what Elon Musk is doing. Maybe in India, he is not respected that much. So you have to give back to the society. Until unless you don't do that, no one cares for your success. No one cares. Zero. And the moment something wrong will happen, there will be 1,000 people laughing at you because you are successful and they want you to fall down. Okay? So we don't want to become that also. Even if you become a very small person, giving back to the society is very simple. Even if you teach few students, that is like giving back. And there is so much more you can do. So we will cover all these aspects one by one, but I will definitely start with money part because I realize that most of the people are having struggle here, and it is obvious that this is the first problem to solve.
बोलना भाई दिक्कत।
Before you solve anything else, solve this first. So let's solve this. Let me tell you that how I solved it. Okay, or what are the various ways we can solve it. So money wise, you have to think two aspects. One is first aid, which is a temporary relief. So go for the temporary relief first, do the first aid first, and then also keep working for the permanent solution. Because if you are so get involved in the permanent solution, and your permanent solution is a solution for money, then your permanent solution will become problem for you. If you are preparing for some exam and you think that after this exam I will have a good financial condition, then you are putting so much pressure on that exam that your chances to fail that exam will increase. So I have to independently give that exam. I have to not put everything of my life on one exam ki if this exam if I pass, R nahi to niche, arsh pe ya farsh pe. This kind of thing is, this kind of betting is not career. Many people prepare for UPSC civil service exam and put everything in that exam. It is like a bet. They pass, so they are good. If they don't pass, most of the people don't pass, so they are down. So when I covered, I was in BSc. Many people started giving UPSC exam. Many people went into SSC exam. So there were, I know at least 50 to 60 classmates of IIT Delhi, of Guru Nanak Dev University, who went into this government exam. Till today, it has been 7 years. Not even one person has qualified that. Not even one. So don't place such bets in your life. That is one thing that I learned, and my father taught me that. In BSc, I was also thinking I was doing very good in physics, but there is so many, our seniors are so interesting that they come and then they start saying physics में कुछ नहीं, nothing, physics में तो पैसा ही नहीं, zero, गरीब मरोगे तुम, लोग थूकेंगे तुम्हारे मुंह, ऐसा ऐसी सी बातें our seniors say, right? YouTube comments you open, these are the kind of, and I got negative. I said no, this is wrong. I have to change my career. Then my father said, you are doing good in physics, keep going in it. Don't change field unnecessarily, because I know that you are not made for that. So you are just doing it because you think that will solve your problems. But if you fail, how many other problems will get created? You are not thinking about that. And he was right. Don't play bets in your life. Before going for the permanent solution, your money problem should get fixed by a first aid, temporary relief. And it takes about 1 month to do that temporary relief. 1 month dedicatedly, you have to go to LinkedIn. Every day, you have to go to LinkedIn. You have to apply for freelancing jobs. You have to search AI training and you have to search STEM, subject matter expert. These two words you every day have to search on LinkedIn. Okay? Read the jobs, not only applying, but read the jobs. What are they demanding? Whatever is their demand, put it in your CV. If you have done it or you have not done it, put it in your CV. Watch YouTube videos that how this work happens. So every day, 1 hour, 1.5 hour for next 1 month, you have to do this temporary relief so that at least 10-20 interviews call you received and some freelance job you can do. My experience is that you can easily earn 30 to 50,000 rupees per month by doing 3 to 4 hours of work, and this 3 to 4 hour work is also physics related, so that also helps you in the studies. I have done this a lot at my age of 20. When I was my BSc was done, not done, it was almost about to be done. I joined Chegg. So my MSc fees and everything comes from Chegg. Okay, so I used to solve physics problems. It came from Chegg. Then in my last year, I used to do work with AI training. So that was basically a lot of money I earned from that because it was USA based company. I earned a lot of money. No company in India can give me even that much money in the permanent job, which I obtained from the freelance. But freelancing is always a temporary relief. It's not a long term career. If you're getting money from freelance and then you stop working on the permanent solution, ultimately again you will have the same problems. So first aid is not a permanent solution. First aid is just to give you time, freedom, so that you can work on the permanent solution. If you're trying to become an assistant professor and you are not earning anything now, how will you sustain next 1 year? In overthinking. Every day you will go on Google. Every day new idea will come. Every day you will go from banking to UPSC to this to that and that. Overthinking will keep happening. So think like this. If you are constipated, you do not keep overthinking about that I will not eat the food outside from tomorrow. I will not eat the food outside from tomorrow. This is the overthinking. But first thing that you will do is eat the medicine. Eat the right medicine so that your problem at least gets fixed up. And then you make a plan that when I will be eating outside and when I will not be eating outside. So that freelancing work in my life gives me the freedom. I can leave the PhD. I could have left my job only because I had this freedom, because I had this financial relief. I have earned money from at least 6 to 7 sources. So earning from different sources gives you freedom and you can work on your long term career. तो ये मेरा पहला आइडिया रहेगा. Go to LinkedIn every day you apply. It will take about 1 month to get some job. अभी नहीं कि आपने अप्लाई किया कल आपके पास जॉब है. It will not work like that. But once you have that job, it can give you 30 to 50,000 per month and even more than that. Okay? So that will fix your temporary problems. Once that is happened, so this is 1 hour per day. Don't be desperate for it. Some people get desperate. कि result नहीं आ रहे. It's a slow process. 1 month you spend and now then start working on a permanent solution. What is permanent solution? Permanent solution means a job which can satisfy these parameters, which can other than money also can give you a stable money, 1 lakh 2 lakh rupees per month, between 1 to 2 lakh stable money is coming. There is some power you can have to manage. In that job you have some social connections, some. It's not like you start working with MLA of the city, but at least you have some connection. For example, uh, with some coaching institution or with the government, in whatever job you are in, with some professor, with other people, some connections you make. Then there should be some social status with it. It should be aligning with your happiness. It should give you some stability so that you can work on your family and love life, right? And it also gives you enough ideas or enough resources so that you can give back to society also. So that is the permanent solution. Permanent solution ke liye it takes time. It takes 1 year, 2 year. So till that does not happen, first state is the answer. Okay? So these two things you will do. And if anyone needs to know more details about it, go to my YouTube channel. I have made a video on career in physics. इसको आप इस सेशन के बाद you can watch. I will share the link with you. In that I have covered my experience of doing AI training. Okay? And you can look into that. Okay? My sister is also doing. It's not like only I have done it. My sister is only BSc pass, BSc in mathematics, and she is also doing. So she is even now doing. I'm not doing now. She is even doing now. Okay? I know other people also who has done it. So there is no big degrees required for it. But it is not a permanent solution. Definitely. Okay. So then let's look for the permanent solution. So permanent solution for money comes from three parameters. One is a private job. In private job, you need to have skills. Now, the skill is very मतलब ऐसी बात है कि everyone think that I need to develop skill and then I apply the job. Wrong. No one in private is learning the skills first and then applying. Everyone is applying first. They are starting with the job and then acquiring the skills. The two most important skills in physics is teaching and research. If you are a good teacher, that is a skill. That is definitely a skill. If you develop that skill, trust me, physics is such a subject in which everyone needs teacher, because physics is in class 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, BSc, engineering, medicine, everywhere physics is there. In every country, physics is there. So in physics, the teachers, good teachers are required in very big numbers. Okay? So teaching is one of the skill. Research ke liye you need some resources also. You need to do MTech from some good place, or you need to do basically some good degree where you have hands-on training. Right? Without that, you cannot have research skills. Teaching skills are easy to develop, and you should be developing that. It's not like that I'm working for government exam, so you will not develop one of the skill. Everyone should at least work to develop one of the skill, either teaching or in the long term research. It's not like that you have to do from now. Let's say you get a job, then develop, or you can start developing from now. Whenever you want to do it, at least in your life, have one of the skill ready, either teaching or research. If you want to do good in physics, that is my second lesson. If you want to do good in physics, having one of these two skills will be helpful in long term. You can think what you want to do first, and then later on you can choose other. ठीक है? तो आपको जब जॉब मिल जाए, then you obtain good teaching skill, or before that also you can obtain good teaching skill or a research skill. But in this, I have my experiences that I also worked as a teacher in the company of JEE and NEET. They give you good salary, 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh. If you are a good teacher, up to 2 lakh also they pay. So the salary range between is 60,000 to 1.5 lakh. Okay? So in private, you can have these two. In research also, I have a video on my YouTube. I will share that link. How you can do MTech in semiconductor technology. And through that MTech, you can get the jobs in the semiconductor industry. So that is also a private industry, but your research skills will help you in that. But that MTech will teach you those skills. Okay? So this is private sector. And now what will happen is, if you think private sector is bad, if you think, then I think you are a stupid person. But number, I will be very clear that you are a really stupid. Society has brainwashed you if you think private sector is bad. Private sector is one of the best service sector in India. In India, service sector is the best sector. Now, what is happening with the people who think that private sector is bad? And you tell me if this is true or not. Many people waste their years in government exam preparation. Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Absolutely true.
Then do they become a school teacher or whatever job they get after a 28, 29, 30?
Yes, sir.
If you hate this in the beginning, and somehow if this does not works out, definitely then you cannot go towards business, because business needs a dedicated efforts for many years. And if your government exam plan fails, then you must have seen many people going towards private, but this time they are not choosing the private, they are forced to go in private. And since they are forced to go in private, the salaries are very less and they are getting harassed in their jobs. So much efforts but so much less salary. Is it happening or not? क्या आप मुझे चैट बॉक्स में बताइए, क्या ये रियलिटी है या नहीं है? The many long years of government exam preparation, and then if that does not works out, forcefully going into private, so मजा नहीं है. So we don't want to be that person. That person is not wrong. That it's not a mistake of that person, it's a mistake of a society who told him that only government job is a good job. So I am always in a kind of person who is like an octopus. You should have arms in all the direction. You need to become an octopus. You need to have some exposure of private sector also. You need to have an exposure of government job also. You need to have an exposure of business also, and try to become a person which have an exposure slowly of all the fields. You can, first goal can be anything, but it is not like that I'm only choosing government and private. To chi. Have your skills ready so that anytime your government thing is not working out, you can choose to go to private at a good salaries. Okay, so slowly develop these teaching skills. And when you are on LinkedIn, not only apply for freelancing job, apply to all coaching institutes also. I'm not saying go and do the job, at least give online interviews, at least give demos, so that when you give demos online interview, you know the process ki how do they hire, what are the salaries you can expect, how to do negotiations. So at least apply, give interviews. What is a disadvantage of that? No disadvantage. So don't hate any sector. That is my idea. I loved my job as a JE teacher. It is very good job. They respect you. If you have good skills, they will respect you. Now comes the government job. Now, our intent of doing the government job should be very correct. Government job is not to have a stability. Government job is not to have a peaceful life. Government job should not be there for a stable salary. Obviously, these things will come automatically. But if the country is giving you these many things, then our effort should be that if we are in government job, we fix the system at least little bit. If you become an assistant professor, you have an opportunity to inspire at least in your career 500 students. You are, if you are a scientist, you have an opportunity to at least do 2 good projects in your lifetime. So we should go in a government job with an intent to fix the system. In order, okay, I know that fixing the system entirely is very difficult. Just make a small change. Okay, so if that is your intent, definitely prepare for government job, because in long term you are like a अकबर के आगे जो होता था बीरबल, बीरबल के यू नो क्या बोलते हैं उनको, दरबारी. All of you, the people from South India, you know what is darbari? People from South India knows the word, Hindi word darbari, in front of king.
No, sir.
Okay, you know Birbal, Akbar, Birbal.
Yes, sir.
Advisors, sir. You can say advisors.
So you have this king, and then you have the people around the king. Okay, so this king is a stupid person. This king is a stupid. These people are the champion. They know the real situation. So government job is like sitting at these positions. People know UPSC, ISC, all of this. ठीक है, वो तो है. That is one way. ठीक है, they are doing the dirty work. IS, IPS are doing the dirty work. Dirty work in a way, but the work which no one wants to do, and only that kind of people can do, so that everything remains smooth. You have to make, sometimes you also have to do crimes to make everything run smoothly. The teachers, the scientists are playing a different role. Their role is to inspire, their role is to innovate, their role is to prepare the next generation. Okay? So you are going to be sitting at those. So think of you sitting at those positions if you are joining government job. Whenever you think about government job, don't think about stability. Think about the handshake with the president. Think about the offer letter coming from the president. Think about that you are at those positions and you have that opportunity. Group A, Group B officers in India are very limited in number, and if they start doing the work they are paid for, I think the country can develop at much faster pace. So they are all exam based. If you in physics, if you want to join government sector, they are all exam based. You have to qualify CSIR net or set exam to become assistant professor. You have to qualify gate examination or BRC examination for a research scientist. You can qualify UPSC geoscientist exam to again become a research scientist. None of this will be very quick. It will take 6 months to 1 year. 6 months to 1 year to get any of these done, and even more than that. Okay? So 1-2 years, if you start, is a approximate time. 6 months to 2 years is approximate time. You can become this. While you are becoming this, while you are working to become this, because you can qualify CSNET in 2026 June, then the assistant professor vacancies will come. Then another 6 months will be there. So 1 year it will take. While you are working to become one of these, have your first aid ready. Okay? First aid should be ready. And then when you become this, then work for the country. Then give back to the society part will come up. Then you are responsible for giving back to the society. Third opportunity is business, innovation, in that you can have your online platform, you can have your offline center, or you can have your deep tech startups. Many people who do MTech in semiconductor technology do deep tech startups also. Okay? With their professors, they develop some products. It is very difficult. Very few people are doing because it is very hard to do. Many people are doing online platform that is very simple. Even people like me are able to do it. So very simply you can do it. If you have any innovation for teaching, definitely having an online platform is good. Now we are developing our own AI platform, artificial AI platform. From June, I will even start hiring the physics students for it to train that AI model. So even we will have that AI training jobs in next 6 months. But it is something which is doable. Okay? So if you have any of that idea, have that idea explored. Okay? But these three things have one thing in common. You need to have good physics. You need to have good physics. If I ask you what is conductor and then you don't know what is conductor, then ना तो स्किल है, ना ही एग्जाम है, और ना ही इनोवेशन है. तीनों ही नहीं है फिर. ठीक है? Until unless you don't get good in physics, that is the first step. We need to overcome. We have to be good in physics. We have to develop the physics in some order that what is mean good in physics? It means I know class 11th, 12th. First step. I know class 11th, 12th upside down. You ask me anything in class 11th, 12th, not tough question, but I can give you the concept. I can give you the ideas. Second good thing means I have qualified some exams of physics. Until unless you don't qualify, how do I know that you are good in physics? So that is the second step. Third step of being good in physics means that, okay, these two first steps are done. Now, good in physics means ki, what is your USP? What is unique in you? Okay, so if I study we are all studying the same syllabus. What is new with you? How have you understood quantum mechanics? How have you understand statistical mechanics? How do you know classical mechanics? Because after you are successfully qualify 1 or 2 exams, after you know the basics of class 11, 12th, then you will see that you have developed your own mindset also. That mindset is your USP. If you learn quantum mechanics from me, then you will understand, okay, this person teaches quantum mechanics or thinks quantum mechanics from this direction. If you learn from someone else, you will see, okay, this person. So that USP you have to develop for every subject, so that not every time you have to refer notes. If I ask you to give talk on quantum mechanics, it should not be like you are telling me what is written in Griffiths. It is not like you are telling me what is written in Jet Li. Then you are not a good physics student. You should be telling me what you know. What is your story of quantum mechanics? ठीक है? This is known as teacher's mindset. You need to have the teaching mindset कि इस टॉपिक के लिए what is my story. ठीक है? Where do you use Akbar Birbal story is that it matters. Everyone knows Akbar Birbal stories. Where do you use them? Okay. How does it improves your communication? How does it improves your job? How does it improves other things in your life? That matters. Okay. Let's say you go on a date and how do you bring a physics concept in that date so that the girl gets impressed? Okay. So that is your USP, because maybe that girl is from commerce background. She don't know anything about quantum. Now, what will you say about quantum that she will also understand or he will also understand? So that is the USP. तो वो बननी चाहिए. Last step is that you make a USP. So this person's USP. ठीक है. So being good in physics is very important. ठीक है. So these three things we have to do. ठीक है. Although I was going to mention some of my elements also, but I think I covered it more or less. ठीक है. So my experience in physics is this ki when I was in BSc, so my BSc completed in 2020. So do you remember this year? सभी को ये साल याद है ना? Anyone forgot?
Demonetization.
Everyone knows 2020. किसी को भूला तो नहीं है?
Yes, sir.
2020. So my BSc ended in 2020, and at the same time, it was COVID. So family business was not working. It got a shutdown, or you can say no income at all coming in the family. I had to join my MSc degree. Okay. So it may be boring, but as I promised, I will be telling my story. So I will just take 5 minutes and then I will move on. Okay. So in BSc, it was COVID. So a lot of problem came. The similar problem many students shared with me also, that they have family loans. Their family business or the shop is not working after the COVID, or after the GST, or after these reforms. Many small scale businesses face the problems. Now you must have seen that big companies are coming. DMart is there, but the small shops are getting closed. So many people experience that problem. Even in agriculture sector, many people are facing that same issue. So this is your n equals to 1 state. You are in bound state. At this moment, you cannot have big talks. First, you need to solve these money problems, then you can have a big talks. So in 2020, I was in that problem. There was a huge loan on us, more than I think 15 lakh rupees. So it was more than this much amount of loan was there. So then in 2020 itself, I started Czech. Started working in Czech, and I qualified in March. I qualified IIT JAM exam in 2020. So I now have to go to IIT Delhi, and there was a big problem of fees and everything and all of that. So I started Czech. I did not knew what is it. I just started going on Google and first aid. Basically, I started looking for the first aid, ki how to fix this money problem first. Because IIT के बाद क्या होगा, वो तो 2 साल बाद होगा ना. I will get job after 2 years, but how to maintain these 2 years? Okay. So my first income came from Czech, and I also started Physics by Aryan in 2020. So in 2020, I opened the Telegram channel, and in the first week, I think we had about 20 students in that Telegram channel. I was sharing some books, and students were coming. So 20 people, I started with this. One person in a group in Telegram, and all of them were my college juniors. So I started Physics by Aryan like that. So it was zero. I did not knew that one day I will be teaching full time in Physics by Aryan. So then I did this for 2 years. This gave me about 4 to 5 lakh rupees per year. With this 4 to 5 lakhs per year, I was able to give my fees. I was able to help my family. Loans were still there. So that I could not help. Then I joined PhD. In PhD, I was getting 31,000 per month. So this was also another area. By this time, I realized that, okay, now the two problems are there. One, a big loan is there, and also I'm not able to earn that much. And the third, I am suppressing my passion for teaching. So I was not teaching that much. I wanted to teach a lot, but because of my PhD, I was not able to teach. So after 8 months, I left my PhD for teaching. I said, now I will be teacher. बहुत हो गया, बहुत social status सुन लिया, बहुत, because the first thing that I break was social status. When I left PhD, it was like a hit on social. Everyone was like, Aryan is doing PhD in IASC. Okay? And then suddenly Aryan leaves IASC PhD and joins JEE coaching center. So in North India, Having a private job does not have a very big social status. Understand that one thing. ठीक है? You might have seen this. ठीक है? So this is one thing. And then I became JE teacher, and then I did AI training jobs, and then physics bar, and through all of these things, some income started to forming up. Slowly, I saw that within 2 to 3 years, the money problem goes away. But the one thing always remember is this will only go away with the first aids. If you have first aid ready with you, only these things will be happening. Otherwise क्या होगा कि permanent job takes time. ठीक है? अभी हम समझते हैं कि वो परमानेंट जॉब के लिए कैसे काम करना है, जो कि हमें ऑल ऑफ दिस पैरामीटर्स कैन गिव अस. ठीक है? सभी के सभी पैरामीटर्स के इट कैन गिव अस. ठीक है? अगर हमें परमानेंट के लिए करना है तो आखिरी 20-30 डेज में व्हाट आई फेल्ट फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स, लेट मी फिक्स दैट. जो कि मुझे स्टूडेंट्स की तरफ से एक जो आता है ना कि रॉन्ग माइंडसेट, उस रॉन्ग माइंडसेट को फिक्स करना बहुत जरूरी है. नंबर वन माइंडसेट इज people say what else I can do if I don't do anything in physics, what else I can do. First of all, you have to choose physics. Physics should not be your end thing कि यार और कुछ है नहीं तो फिजिक्स कर लेते. सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम इज एवरीवन कीप थिंकिंग अबाउट द फ्यूचर. रोज रोज फ्यूचर के बारे में टेंशन मत लो. एवरी डे थिंक अबाउट योर नॉलेज. रोज के रोज नॉलेज को थोड़ा सा इंप्रूव करते रहोगे. स्लोली इट विल हैपन. Everyone keeps switching the goals. You have to fix one milestone and then work on achieving it. In every 2 months, every 3 months, one milestone will keep on coming up. Okay? Now, many people are mentally busy in overthinking. They are just busy in overthinking. You should be actually busy in the work. You should not be mentally busy कि यार मैं busy हूँ और I'm not doing anything new because I think I'm preparing for CSIR net. Everyone is preparing for exam in their mind. You should not be just preparing here. You should be preparing actually physically also. ठीक है? तो that is very important. Overthinking को stop करना is very important. You have to trust that in next 6 months the good things are going to happen with you. And do you know the one reason why this happens? Only the one reason, if I have to say, that is because everyone is trying to become a god. भगवान बनना है सभी को. सभी को ये वर्ड्स बहुत पसंद है. डिसिप्लिन, विल पावर, रूटीन, पेशेंस, एक्सेट्रा. आर दिस योर फेवरेट वर्ड्स? कहीं ना कहीं you are trying to run behind them. Do you think you are not able to achieve things because of these? किस किस को लगता है कि इनकी वजह से मेरा काम नहीं बन रहा? डिसिप्लिन, विल पावर, रूटीन, पेशेंस, इनकी वजह से मेरा काम नहीं बन रहा. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू थिंक्स दैट? किस किस को लगता है कि उनके अंदर ये चीजें नहीं है? किसको लगता है कि है? बहुत है. I have a lot of this. I have willpower, routine. I have a fixed routine. नहीं है. आप किसी से भी बात करो, किसी के पास भी नहीं है. कोई है जो बोल सकता है मेरे पास है? कोई है? कोई कह सकता है मेरे पास ये सभी है? मैं रोज उठता हूँ 6 बजे. रूटीन प्रॉपर, डिसिप्लिन प्रॉपर, विल पावर बहुत अच्छा. जब कहो वो पढ़ लेंगे. जो चीज किसी के पास नहीं है आप वो क्यों कर रहे हैं? वाई यू आर ट्राइंग टू अचीव समथिंग विच इज नॉट विद एनी वन. किसी के पास भी डिसिप्लिन, ये मुझे बहुत पहले समझ आ गया था कि डिसिप्लिन की तो गेम ही नहीं है. It is not about discipline. It is not about willpower. It is not about routine. If it was about willpower, then why we keep on preparing for MSc exams? मतलब कि जब हमारे जो कॉलेज में एग्जाम्स होते हैं, why we are so worried about our college exams? कॉलेज एग्जाम से तो हमें कुछ भी नहीं मिलना है. We don't have to get anything from the college exam. एक परसेंटेज सी दे देते हैं, वो भी कभी काम नहीं आनी. तो the thing which is never going to be helpful for us, why do we prepare so much for our college exam? विल पावर की तो गेम ही नहीं है. रूटीन की गेम होती तो द पीपल हु आर नॉट फॉलोइंग द रूटीन आर सक्सेसफुल. व्हाई? द पीपल हु हैव अ रूटीन, राइट? आवर चौकीदार हैज अ रूटीन. The night watchman every day comes at 8 and goes at 6, and then he at home goes and sleeps well. So he has a routine. So I understood one very thing clearly कि routine, patience, willpower इन सब की गेम नहीं है ये. It is about external accountability. It is about external accountability. You have to be accountable. When you start a group and there are 100 people looking at you, they are in your course, you have to take a lecture, right? And when you are externally accountable, when you have told your family that I am preparing for CSIR net, and you have told your relatives that you are preparing for CSIR net, and after June everyone came to ask for the marks of the board, does anyone came and ask your CSIR net marks? Does your masi and mummy and Fufaji came to ask your CSIR net exam marks? No, everyone came to ask your marks for board exams. तो जब आप externally accountable ही नहीं है, if you are not externally accountable at all, then why will you prepare? How will your consistency be formed? Because you don't have willpower. No one has willpower. So consistency required willpower. You don't have willpower. So consistency can also be formed using the external accountability. So external accountability is very important. Put yourself in the spot जहां पे सभी आपको देख रहे हैं, where you are countable. If you fail, you fail. There should be fail written here. If you pass, you pass. Until unless you don't have such accountability in your life, and such accountability comes from regular results. Every day, some small achievements if you will try to do. Today my test was good. Today I was able to answer the question of WhatsApp group. Today I was able to answer the group in the Telegram group. One very difficult question came, I was able to answer that. So this is a kind of mindset which a teacher mindset, I would say. Go from a student mindset to a teacher mindset. Have a external accountability जहां पर आपको लोग देख रहे हैं. केले में isolation is not a result. Isolation is not a result. Isolation is very bad. The more and more isolated you will remain, the more and more problems will keep on coming up, because then your mind is not accountable to anyone. If media is not there, do you think government will ever do work? Never. Do they have willpower to do work? No. They are doing work because they are accountable. ठीक है. तो अभी जो चक्कर है ना, हमें 2026 में only one thing we have to do. First, we have to handle our immediate problems using the freelance, and then we have to work for one big exam which will give you your first big opportunity. So in 2026, I want your image in front of IISc building. I want your image in front of UPSC Bhavan. I want your image in front of BARC interview giving. You are giving interview. I want your image going for ISERs for your interviews after your CSIR net result. So in 2026, first we have to fix our immediate problems using freelance, and then also we have to work for one big exam continuously for this 2026. And now I have a very simple question. These are the 85 topics, 84 topics. So this is your CSIR net syllabus. Okay? And you have 6 months. How will you qualify? How will you cover 84 topics in 6 months? Any plan? Let's listen your plan. कैसे करेंगे 84 topics in 6 months? How many days per topic? If we have to do 84 topics and all of these 84 are coming in exam, I have eliminated all those topics which are not coming. Fourier transform I have not written, Fourier series I have not written. Whatever is coming in an exam, I have written those. So how many days for one topic if you have to cover 84 topics? Batao?
2 days.
2 days. Okay, in 2 days, can you do in 2 days Zeeman, Paschen, Bark effect, Stark effect, सब आप 2 दिन में, rotational vibration Raman spectra 2 दिन में. It means in 2 days, you have to learn the topic, you have to do all the PYQs, you have to get your doubts solved, you have to get your revision done. This is your reality. Let me wake you up. ठीक है, 3 days के लिए you need 240 days. You have only 180 days. This is the reality. Before we even go to course and all of that and strategy and all, you should know the problem in hand. Do you think that 6 months is a very big time? हमें 6 months है, 6 महीने पढ़ेंगे, बहुत अच्छा करेंगे. There are 84 topics which you have to cover, do the PYQ, and then do the revision. It gives you about 2.5 days for each and every topic, about, and even less than that. Okay? So what has to be done? Anyone has a good idea? If you don't have, I will start with the idea. Yes, anyone has an idea? क्या कर सकते हैं? कोई शॉर्टकट हो?
So first covering important topics.
फर्स्ट कवरिंग इंपॉर्टेंट. और इस बार जो जो इंपॉर्टेंट करके गए थे सीएसआर नेट ने पटक पटक के मारा नहीं.
We should have proper resources on time.
We should have a proper resources on time. Good. Yes, we need to just start. You start. Okay, you're starting, but let's say first topic itself takes 7 days. Then ठीक है. तो I hope everyone understood the problem. So we need to do this in 3 steps. 3 simple steps are there. First is you need to learn. ठीक है. You need to learn the things, and first you need to know the proper way that I need to keep moving forward, because if I'm stuck at one topic in next 6 months, it requires sacrifice, it requires a full dedicated time for studies. Every day you have to learn. In learning you need to do 2 things. Number 1 is lectures. When you are watching the lectures, whatever lectures you decide to watch, wherever, whichever coaching you join, whatever, I will also be telling you my plan. But if you are watching lecture, first thing that you ask is how many hours you have in a day to study. If you have about 4 hours in every day, इससे ज्यादा मुझे नहीं लगता कि 4 से 5 hours anyone can give consistently for 6 months. 5 hours per day basically means 30 hours. I think which my ideal way is कि you should have at least 30 hours per week or 25 hours per week. इससे ज्यादा आप नहीं कर पाएंगे consistently. That is my idea. If you are doing a very good study, you cannot do it. If you are watching lecture and lecture itself is 4-hour lecture, so the first game is lost there itself. So first game वहीं हार गए आप, क्योंकि maximum time is going in the lectures. Now that lectures, if they are, you are doing the derivations, and in those lectures if you are trying to do something which is fun, which is enjoyable, but cannot cover 85 topics in 6 months, then I think the first battle is lost. So your lectures must be from the good standard books, and it should be more focused toward the results, more focused towards the analysis part, rather than having to drive all of those things again and again. Okay, so lectures is very important, and if you are not doing lectures, at least do good basic books. But the problem with the books is it takes more time, so then you will not be able to complete 84 topics in 6 months. Now in lectures, another second important thing is PYQs. Do you know how many PYQs are there for these 85 topics? If you have to do all PYQs, GATE, NET, JEST, JAM, TIFR, if you have to do these PYQs from these topics, do you think how many PYQs are there? Give me a guess. How many PYQs will be there? You have to solve in next 6 months. क्या लगता है आपको कितने PYQ होंगे? गैस करो, चैट में कुछ गैस मार दो, क्या हो गया? तुक्का ही मारना है. 5000. Okay. When we started physics by Aryan, and we had hired our team, and there were 6700 questions which we put from PDF to our website, because on our website there are free PYQs available. We put 6700 questions from books to our website, and it's been 3 years. 3 year more papers you can add. So more than 7500 questions are there for all the exams. For your exam purpose, you need at least 4000 of these questions. You don't need all 7500 questions. Never try to do all 75, otherwise you will fail very badly. So you need about 4000 good quality questions from those 7500 questions which are required for your CSIR net and GATE examination and BARC examination. Okay? When you are doing lecture prepares your theory, it prepares your concept, it prepares your formula, it prepares your problem solving skills. Theory basically means it does not mean you are writing definitions, it does not mean you are doing derivations. It means if this is the concept, why this concept came, what is the formula behind this concept, who gave this concept, what was the idea to give this concept, why does this formula work, how can I see this, where can I see this concept, all of these things have to be seen. This gives you a complete lecture part. And then PYQ gives you boundary. I have to remain within this boundary for PYQ. People make 2 mistakes. Number one mistake is they ignore the PYQ. Some people ignore PYQ. They are so fascinated with the lectures, then they just keep on watching the lecture. वो टेलीग्राम से कुछ 300-400 रुपए में lecture खरीदते हैं, and every day they just keep watching the lecture, and they ignore PYQ. Second category of people are they start memorizing PYQ. मतलब वो ये PYQ है तो इसको ऐसे करेंगे, ये करेंगे तो वैसे करेंगे. That is good for revision. If you are doing revision, you are in some revision course or you are in revision batch, then you are focusing on how to do PYQ is good. But if you are preparing for 6 months and then you are only focused on PYQ, I only have to worry about PYQ कि ये PYQ ऐसे कर लिया, ये ऐसे कर लिया, ये वैसे कर लिया, और theory के साथ you have no connection, so then that is also your 6 months are going to be waste. So many people do all the PYQ but they do in a sequence. ऐसा करेंगे vector algebra, then they know that okay, this is a theorem, this is the question, this is a theorem, this is a question, this is a theorem, this is a question. Okay, now next day I come and I remove all the theorem and I just give you this question. Now you do this question. Then they are not able to do it because then they only know the things in sequence. ये theory, फिर question, theory, question, and then this theory, and then this question came and I know how to solve. But if I remove all other things and I just give this question, then the problem happens. That was the same problem with me. ऐसा नहीं आपके साथ थोड़ी हुआ है ये सिर्फ. When I entered in the class 11th, when I studied physics for the first time, I made notes. What were the notes? What was the first page of the notes? Do you think this is what a class 11 student should be doing?
Yes, sir.
Do you think I should be writing a table in my notes from the Pradeep books? From okay, this is speed ka definition, this is velocity ka definition, or should I just read it quickly and move on to something important? This is what I was doing. So until unless you don't know the process, the same kind of things you might also be doing. ठीक है, तो ये बहुत ही गलत है. ठीक है, सो हमें जो है बहुत ही जुडिशियली पढ़ना है कि अगर मेरे पास 50 पेजेस हैं, so what are the 50 things in these 50 pages? Like a teacher कि ये 50 पेज है, इन 50 पेज में ये है. So how to do PYQ exactly? You have to teach every PYQ with proper concept. That's all. If you can teach me the PYQ, let's say I just give you the PYQ, I say this is the question, now teach me. So when you are teaching me, you will say okay, you should know Gauss law, this is Gauss law. You should know spherical polar coordinate system, this is the small dv equals to 4 pi r square dr. You should know integration, and you do all the 3 steps for me and you teach me that question, assuming that I don't know anything. When you can teach me every question without assuming that I don't know anything, it means you know that question in isolation. You don't know this question in some sequence कि अगर मुझे ये पता होगा तो ये क्वेश्चन पता होगा. अगर आपको ये क्वेश्चन पता है तो वो सब पता रहना चाहिए जो पता होना चाहिए. गॉस लॉ के बाद क्वेश्चन नहीं आना चाहिए, क्वेश्चन के बाद गॉस लॉ आना चाहिए. दैट मेक्स यू अ टीचर. If you are doing Gauss law and then question, that makes you a student. If you are having a question and then explaining Gauss law, that makes you a teacher. You need to be a teacher. Teach does not mean you have to actually teach someone. Teach means in your brain, your idea should be like that. Then you need to do continuous revision. So once your 6 or 7 topics are done, after every 2 weeks, there should be at least 3 to 4 days for revision. Revision is not only for the end. Revision is throughout. Okay? So there has to be 7 topics. Once your 7 topics are done in 2 weeks, you need to have a continuous revision. And bi-monthly test means at least in a month you are giving 2 full tests of those topics which you have covered before, so that the continuous revision keeps on happening. Because if you don't revise continuously, in the end you will be again covering the entire syllabus. So that is very waste of time. That is a waste of time. And finally, you need a final revision. Last 1 month should be dedicated in bringing the entire concepts from the notebook to your mind. Ki now I don't need any notebook. Now everything is in my mind. I know every PYQ. I know every concept. I know the boundaries. I know, okay, in vector calculus, these are the 5 things I should be doing. These are the 10 kind of questions which have came. Everything from the notes to your mind takes at least 20 to 30 days. And then you should be giving 5 mock tests, full mock test, with all of that knowledge which you have covered in last 5 months. then you are actually prepared for then you're not only net, then you're prepared for physics career. Then you don't need coaching ever again. Then you will be giving coaching. ठीक है, उसके बाद आपको कोचिंग नहीं करनी है, उसके बाद आपको कोचिंग देनी है. ठीक है. So I'm starting this plan from 20th January, and my plan is very simple. How do I cover 75 topics? I have divided the day into 2 days, into 2 segments. One lecture will be from 7:30 to 9 p.m. This is going to be a theory lecture in which I will be solving some problem of a book, not PYQ, of a book. I will be teaching the graphs, I will be teaching the concept, I will be teaching all the content that you require. Only the content, no questions. Only the questions of the book, of the Griffiths, of the good books, or the questions which you need at that time, or any special techniques if you need at that time, those questions. Okay? And so in this 90 minutes, 60 minutes you can think will be a theory class, and 30 minutes you can think will be like a क्वेश्चन क्लास कि ओके ये जो है 5 या 6 तरह के क्वेश्चंस जो है इसमें से पूछे जा सकते हैं. 5 to 6 category of questions can be there, and every class will have a best quality notes, very quick revision, very quick revision. If you have those notes, you can revise those notes very quickly. आपको एंड में ये बहुत काम आएंगे. In the end you will have this very beneficial, and these lectures will be to the point, and it will directly take you to the depth. I will give you Stokes theorem directly. And then we will have all the discussion of Stokes theorem. Rather than, okay, this is how the Stokes theorem comes. No. Stokes theorem is this. Let's now have look at it. Just like a Griffith sir used to teach us. Like Griffith sir की जो books हैं, they focus on results. ठीक है? तो results के ऊपर focus, analysis on the result. So that is how my lectures are designed. We will be covering more or less 2 days for one topic. Some topics will take 3 days, some topic may take 1 day, because some topics are very easy, so they take 1 day. Some are difficult. So all the hard work has been done for you. जो आपको एक पूरे टॉपिक के अंदर 2 बुक्स को कंपाइल करना, PYQ को कंपाइल करना, what are all the things that you need to compile, that has been done by you. You just need to come and listen to that concept very carefully. Then comes the second phase, which is assignment. You have listened to the lecture. Now you need to do an assignment. After every topic, you will be getting one assignment, which is topic-wise assignment. So you will be having 84 assignments. There are 84 topics which I am going to cover. And you are going to have 84 assignments. About, I think, not 84, I think 75 assignments, because some topics are mixed. So 75 assignments you will be having. It contains PYQs of all exams which are required, like JAM, GATE. इनके सभी के जो क्वेश्चंस which are required for you, even JEE, some questions of JEE mains are also added, where whichever are required. ठीक है? So every day you will have about 30 problems. I think 25 to 30 problems which you will be doing every day. Now every day I will be, not every day, I will be coming at 5 to 6 p.m. discussion only for this assignment. So I will be having 2 classes in this course. One will be from 7:30 to 9, which will be concept class, and second class will be from 5 to 6 p.m. This will be 3 times in a week, and these classes will only be dedicated for assignment discussion. Okay, how to do problems more and more better. Okay, so that is going to be an idea. 5 to 6 p.m. remains our assignment solving class. Okay, अब if you are not free between 5 to 6, you can obviously watch the recording later on, because recordings will be remain available on app and website. So every day you have not every day, 3 days in a week you have 2.5 hours of class, and 3 days you have 1.5 hour class. ठीक है? But the classes I have separated in a way कि इस class के अंदर we focus on concept and basic questions which we need to do, and in this class we focus on purely on problem solving. Problem solving कैसे करनी है, and until unless you don't do that, it will not help you that. उसके बाद I will be having your community based test. Why community based? Because of external accountability. So every 2 weeks everyone needs to give test on the same day. Every 2 weeks you have to give a test, and whatever has happened in last 2 weeks, it will be in your test. So all the mistakes that you can make in that topic, will be done before the classes, before the actual exam. तो आपका जो ये community based test होंगे, इसके अंदर जो है आप जो भी जो गलतियां हो सकती हैं आप कर लोगे, तो जो एग्जाम के अंदर गलतियां होंगी वो नहीं होंगी. द सेकंड थिंग दैट विल हैपन इज आपकी कंटिन्यूस रिवीजन होती रहेगी. एंड कम्युनिटी बेस्ड टेस्ट में क्या होता है कि इफ एवरीवन इज गिविंग द टेस्ट एट द सेम टाइम, यू कैन नॉट procrastinate the test. If you, although we keep our test open, but it is forced that everyone gives the test on 1 or 2 days so that everyone completes their test. Even if they are not well prepared, they at least complete the test, so the test does not get postponed. ठीक है. So you will have a perfect external accountability. आपका जो है dedicated WhatsApp group I am going to make, so that every day you have a workload, and I am going to replace your overthinking with the daily work. अगर आप इन 6 months at least you cover these 84 topics upside down, then at least जो है उसके बाद जो है you are free in your career. Then you can basically, your CSIR net exam is there, GATE exam, JEST exam, जो भी आपको exam point of view से करना है, that part will be there. Also you will have a sort of a story for every topic. For 84 topics you will have a story कि यार अच्छा central forces में these are the things I need to know, in this topic these are the things I need to know. Why the coaching is required? Can you not do this by yourself? The only thing a coaching do is that they give you the lecture which can complete these 84 topics in 6 months. And my idea is that every topic gets the same time. I do not look at the subject wise. I do the things topic wise. I will be doing 84 topics. I will not be doing 9 subjects. I don't know what are 9 subjects. I know 84 topics कि मुझे ये 84 topics I need to complete. ठीक है. तो हो सकता है पहले दिन वी डू क्वांटम टॉपिक, सेकंड डे वी आर डूइंग ईएमटी टॉपिक. ठीक है. whatever 2 topics related to each other we will be doing it, rather than keep doing subject wise. की एक मंथ तो आपने बड़ा अच्छे से जो है you studied maths, then 1 month very interestingly you studied classical mechanics, then 1.5 months you studied quantum mechanics, and then only 2 months are left for all others. So this should not happen. This is a biggest problem in our field, so that should not happen. We will be doing things topic wise, from most important topics to least important topics. Okay. So in these 84 topics, what are the most important ones, then going towards the medium important ones, and then going for least important ones, so that these most important ones gets revised again and again, because these most important one will revise in monthly test, again another monthly test, another monthly test, another monthly test, and the least important test topics get least revised. They don't have to be revised so much. Okay. So rather than doing subject wise, we will be doing from most important to least important in a sequence which you are able to understand. Okay. So this is our idea. I'm starting the classes from 20th January. Okay. So if you have any doubt or anything like that, you can go to our YouTube. You can watch me actually giving the lectures of CSIR net. You will understand how I cover the CSIR net syllabus very fast, how I am actually able to cover the entire concept in 90 minutes, because before class I make the notes which are very elaborate, which include all the PYQs, which include basically all the concepts you should be knowing. Okay. So this is your fees, and use this coupon, right? Till 20th January, this is the fees. After that, it will be little expensive, because there is a coupon code till 20th January. You can apply. You can go to my website, Physics by RN or Physics by RN app. Okay. This is the course, how it looks like. We have satisfied students with us doing multiple courses, so उसमें कोई problem नहीं है. If you ever think that syllabus in those 84 topics, even if let's say you say even 5 or 10 topics are not done, you can take your entire fees back in the end. ठीक है. आप अपनी पूरी फीस ले लेना वापस, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. सो आवर आइडिया इज गोइंग टू बी टू कवर दोज 84 टॉपिक्स in 6 months. So this is what our plan is, and it is going to be a big challenge. So every week at least 25 to 30 hours will be required. So enter into this preparation only if you have this much hours per week. ठीक है. More the better, but this is the minimum. इससे नीचे तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं हो पाएगा. ठीक है. So this is what is required to cover it. ठीक है. How we can differentiate which is more important, आपको नहीं करना है, that I will be differentiating. Yes, you can pay this fees in installment of 3,500 in 2 installments. ठीक है, दैट इंस्टॉलमेंट ऑप्शन यू कैन गो टू माय वेबसाइट, एवरीथिंग इज ऑन द पेमेंट पेज, वहां से आपको सब मिल जाएगा। अब
सर
बताओ कोई क्वेश्चन
वैलिडिटी
वगैरह है?
Sir,
हाँ बताओ।
सर वैलिडिटी क्या है कोर्स की?
वैलिडिटी ऑफ द कोर्स इज गेट 2027।
ओके सर।
तो ये हमारी लाइव क्लासेस विल बी फॉर 6 months, then you will keep you will have those recording classes with you, and then you can basically use that recordings till gate 2027. One thing is very interesting is that after covering our syllabus, last 1 month we will be just revising. So in last 20 to 30 days, we will have full revision again of those entire 84 topics. Okay? So that we will also be doing in the end. Hanji. Anything?
sir,
Hmm. बताओ.
sir, I want to ask that we have to do revision of the notes and the assignments, and and also we have to read the book, or like prepare the notes, or what else?
No. So I give you the notes after every class. Okay.
Yes.
So you have to read them again and again, and based on those notes, you have to do the assignments. Okay. So
Yes.
maintain a good assignment notebook. जो assignment मिल रहा है ना, maintain a good assignment notebook. What are the learnings of this assignment? What are the new things we learned in this assignment? Notes wise, you don't have to worry about that because my notes contain books, my notes contain PYQ knowledge, all of that. So you only have to refer notes, lectures, and then assignment is most important.
Okay.
Assignment करना बहुत जरूरी है.
So during classes we need to make like notes. No. Yes.
थोड़ा rough work. That have that rough notebook with you.
Yes.
Because I don't give that much time कि you can write everything. Like class में इतना time आपको मिलेगा नहीं. I don't
Yes.
do that. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Dictation नहीं करूँगा मैं. Yes. You don't have to study any book, but sometime I give the book for interesting part. Like जैसे जैसे कई कई जगह पे मुझे I like Griffiths के some paragraphs. So that I will be giving you. Other than that, you don't have to read any other book. Some places I will be referring you 1 or 2 pages sometimes. Please answer your question. JNCA. Bhaiya, I'm currently pursuing PhD. Okay. I get GATE 2025 after 6 subjects, but could not now. During I could not much time prepare. Net some days I used to prepare, some days I could not. Now hardly 20 days I left. Can you suggest which topic I can do? Okay, GATE के लिए I will give you some topical list. अभी ये क्लास में थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होगा. जो भी आप 20 डेज में कर सकते हो कर लो. अब इसमें 20 डेज आर लेफ्ट फॉर गेट, इसमें क्या करोगे इतना? Do you have any
Sir,
course which I have a gate revision course, but already in that course we have 25 classes are done. So joining now will not be that good. Yeah.
सर फिजिक्स में जैसे गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में जाने के लिए कोई एज बैरियर है, लाइक मतलब
हाँ है,
30,
बिल्कुल है.
लाइक हाँ मतलब कितना रहता है सर? जैसे नेट के लिए कोई नहीं है?
कुछ के लिए है, कुछ के लिए नहीं है. जैसे यूपीएससी जियो साइंटिस्ट में 32 है आई थिंक. असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर कुछ कुछ असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर में 40 इयर्स है, कुछ में 35 है.
यस
तो
सर.
बीआरसी में 26 है. तो एवरीवन हैज अ डिफरेंट एज क्राइटेरिया.
क्यों सर, वो बीआरसी और डीआरडीओ वाला तो ये जब निकल चुका है एक्चुअली. सो मैं कुछ इसमें था अभी, सीएसआईआर नेट लाइक होने के बाद अगर इफ इट
ऐसा नेट
फॉर्चून.
गिव्स यू बिगर टाइम, लाइक 35-40 तक भी जो है असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर आर गेटिंग हायर्ड.
ओके सर. एक सर ये भी था कि जैसे साथ में हम प्रिपेयर करते हैं गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स के लिए साइड बाय साइड, जो भी स्टेट वाइज वैकेंसीज आती हैं टीचिंग में, तो जैसे
हाँ.
उसका भी एग्जाम नियर आफ्टर 7 मंथ के बाद ही है, 6 और 7 मंथ के बाद ही है.
हम्म.
सो उसमें भी जैसे मास्टर्स का बीएससी का आएगा और उसमें जो +1 और +2 का भी आएगा. सो हाउ मच इट वुड बी हेल्पफुल टू कोप अप विद इफ आई ट्राई बाय माई सेल्फ दैट, कि मैं उसको भी साथ में कैरी फॉरवर्ड करूँ. उसमें लाइक एक जीएस का पार्ट भी पढ़ना पड़ता है. तो
एवरी
मैं
डे एक्स्ट्रा एक्स्ट्रा 2 आवर लेकर चलो. देखो अगर 11th-12th है तो कितना टाइम लगे. लेट्स से यू हैव 11th-12th एंड यू डेडिकेट दैट फ्रॉम 4 PM to 6 PM. I will dedicate it to class 11th-12th और GS. तो what do you do is every day have some book like SL अरोड़ा, उसको क्विक रीड करो. हैव अ क्विक रीड ऑफ दैट.
यस
उसके
सर.
अंदर देखो कि what are the things you can forget. हर चीज आप भूल नहीं सकते. एम एफ इक्वल्स टू एम यू विल नेवर फॉरगेट,
Yes, sir.
but you will definitely forget what is a moment of inertia. So
Hmm.
when you're reading SL Aroda, have a marker with you and never make notes. People are keep making notes. That's the biggest. So always keep on marking the book. These are the 7 things I can forget in this chapter.
Yes, sir. एक
Every
सर
day.
ये
हाँ.
एक सर ये हमेशा ना माइंडसेट रहा है, मतलब मैं काफी प्रिपेयर किया कि कोई टीचर कराएगा तभी सीखेंगे.
नहीं,
लाइक
11th 12th में देखो क्या है कि इन दिस एस्पेक्ट 11th 12th में तुम्हें CSN नेट जो एनालिटिकल स्किल्स हैं दैट विल बी देयर, बट बुक रीडिंग जो होती है ना, वो जो आपने एग्जाम्स बोला उसके लिए जो आपने बोले ना एग्जाम उसके लिए 11th 12th के पीजीटी क्या बोला आपने?
हाँ सर, पीजीटी होता है जैसे
हाँ
टीचिंग के लिए होता
पीजीटी
है,
के
फर्स्ट
हाँ
ग्रेड कहते हैं
पीजीटी
अपने
के लिए
नॉन.
हाँ पीजीटी के लिए क्या है कि एक बार एसएल अरोड़ा की एक पूरी रीडिंग हो जाए तो अच्छा रहता है. ओके.
ओके सर.
बट वो आपको समझ आ जाएगी. अब अगर अभी एसएल अरोड़ा पढ़ोगे नहीं समझ आएगी. आफ्टर क्लासेस यू रीड एसएल अरोड़ा इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स के गॉस लॉ के बाद यू रीड गॉस लॉ फ्रॉम
हाँ
एसएल
सर,
अरोड़ा
मैंने
यू
अभी
विल
इतने
अंडरस्टैंड.
दिन आपसे क्लासेस ली है, उसके बाद मुझे एक थोड़ा ब्रेन में फोग रहता है हर चीज के लिए, ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि फिजिक्स के स्टूडेंट होने के साथ साथ फिजिक्स फिजिक्स को सर हमने पढ़ा नहीं इतने साल. हमने भी एसएससी बैंकिंग के एग्जामिनेशंस की प्रिपरेशन की.
वो है बहुत से लोगों के साथ है. तो वो
और
पहले ना अभी 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 जल्दी मत करो उसके लिए. दो
हम्म,
मंथ अभी सीएसए नेट पे फोकस करो. देन यू विल सी दैट यू विल बी लर्निंग एसएल अरोड़ा वेरी फास्ट. बहुत
हाँ सर,
फास्ट.
वो ये थोड़ा सा उसमें टेम्परामेंट क्रिएट होने का सोच रहा हूँ भाई. एक्चुअली
सोचो.
सर सारी बात है, मतलब थोड़ा सा स्टेबिलिटी का भी हम सीख करते हैं, नॉलेज का भी सीख करते हैं, कई चीजें साथ में चलती है. सो उसमें सर यही हो सकता है कि एक एज ए इंडिविजुअल मुझे एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स लगाने पड़ेंगे, मिडनाइट
अभी
और
नहीं
इल्लान.
लगाओ. अभी मत लगाओ. एक साथ सब करोगे ना तो
हम्म.
दिक्कत होगी. 2 महीने बाद लगाना. जब तुम्हें लगे ना कि हाँ यार अब ये चीज जो है मेरे स्टेबल हो गई है, नाउ आई एम गेटिंग सम एक्स्ट्रा टाइम, देन यू पुट. और एसएल रोड़ा खत्म करने में इट हार्डली नीड्स वन मंथ. आई डोंट थिंक 1 महीने से ज्यादा किसी भी बीएससी एमएससी स्टूडेंट को लगना चाहिए एसएल रोड़ा पढ़ने के लिए. ठीक है.
यस
लेकिन
सर.
एक बार वो फ्लो बन जाए तो बहुत जल्दी होता है. वो बुक मतलब आप एक दिन में 1 आवर में आप कम से कम 20-30 पेजेस यू कैन रीड क्विकली. आप पढ़ते जाओ, अंडरलाइन करते जाओ कि व्हाट आर द थिंग्स आई कैन फॉरगेट. ये फॉर्मूला है, ये ग्राफ है, बस ये चीजें होती है.
यस सर, थैंक यू.
Yes, Vishnu, 5. First of all, it's not 5 hours, it is 25 to 30 hours. Yes, it contains the lectures that you watch.
And sir,
Notes. हाँ
one
हाँ.
more thing that if I qualified like if any person qualified CSI examination, तो सर होता है कि उसका गवर्नमेंट जॉब से थोड़ा सा इतना नहीं रहता है कि उसको गवर्नमेंट जॉब करनी, बिकॉज वो काफी इनोवेटिव हो जाता है, या मेरे अंदर भी सर थोड़ा रहता है कि इनोवेशंस की जाए, कुछ ऐसा क्रिएट किया जाए कि आप फिर.
इसका कोई भी लेना देना एग्जाम से नहीं है. पहली बात, अगर आप
Yes.
इनोवेटिव हैं तो आप अभी से हैं. और अगर नहीं है तो सीएसए नेट के बाद भी कुछ अलग नहीं हो जाएंगे. तो
हम्म.
इनोवेशन इज नथिंग टू डू विद एग्जाम. दिस. हाँ सीएसए नेट से क्या होता है कि आपको कॉन्फिडेंस मिल जाता है. आप बात करेंगे तो मैं सुनूंगा कि हाँ भाई दिस पर्सन इज सीएसए नेट क्वालिफाइड. हाँ तो इसको ऑब्वियसली ही इफ ही सेइंग समथिंग अबाउट फिजिक्स वी शुड लिसन टू हिम. ठीक है. सो दैट क्रेडिबिलिटी, एग्जाम गिव्स यू क्रेडिबिलिटी. एग्जाम डज नॉट गिव्स यू क्या बोलते हैं उसको, माइंडसेट. ये जो होता है ना, बहुत से लोग ना ऐसा मैंने देखा यूपीएससी कोचिंग में ये बोलते हैं कि एक बार यूपीएससी कोचिंग कर लो आपका तो माइंडसेट ही बदल जाएगा.
हाँ सर, होता है बिल्कुल, ये कई बार सुनने को मिलता है.
ये बहुत सुनने को मिलता है. ये आई डोंट बिलीव इन दैट. आई थिंक आई डोंट अनटिल अनलेस यू डोंट गेट रिजल्ट्स. आपका माइंडसेट नेगेटिव ही होगा. पॉजिटिव की तरफ जाना. आप पेशेंस डेवलप कर सकते हैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा. आपको फेलियर्स कैसे हैंडल कर रहे हैं वो आप सीख सकते हैं. बट उसके अलावा मुझे नहीं लगता कि आपका माइंडसेट बहुत बदलता है किसी एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन से.
बट सर वो
माइंडसेट.
डिफरेंट तो नहीं, वो डिफरेंस क्रिएट नहीं हो, वो तो सर इंडिविजुअल के लिए इफेक्ट है, बाकी सोसाइटी या सराउंडिंग में कोई
नहीं,
उसका इफेक्ट नहीं क्रिएट हुआ.
अगर आपने कोई एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन की डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि आपका माइंडसेट बहुत बदल जाएगा. ये होगा कि आपका जो एक सब्जेक्ट को पकड़ने का तरीका है वो बदल सकता है. उसके बाद भी मैंने देखा है बहुत से लोग क्वालिफाई सीएसआर नेट एंड देन दे वेस्ट देयर लाइफ. ऐसा many people are BRC scientists. Do you think they are doing very good research?
Sir, one of my brother-in-law in IIT Delhi as a senior scientist, and he is now 44, 42 years old, but he is preparing
तो
for assistant professor for Rajasthan.
बस वही है ना, फिर वो उनको राजस्थान में जॉब चाहिए होगी.
बस उनका वही है कि फैमिली स्ट्रक्चर ऐसे सेटल हो गया है कि जॉब यहाँ करनी है, उनके वाइफ उधर जॉब कर रहे हैं, फैमिली प्रेशर है, तो मतलब उस अपॉर्चुनिटी तक जाने के बाद भी आप उस चीज को गिव अप कर रहे हो, लाइक. सो
उन्होंने उनसे आप कभी पूछना कि व्हाई डिड ही बिकेम बार्क साइंटिस्ट, वो आपको यही बताएंगे कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब चाहिए थे, ठीक है। सो दे डिड नॉट वांटेड टू बिकम अ साइंटिस्ट, दे वांटेड टू बिकम अ गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर। तो ठीक है, वो भी ठीक है, उसमें कोई गलत नहीं है। लेकिन अगर आपने 4-5 साल सैलरी कमा ली है, आपकी फैमिली अब सेटअप है, तो देन यू शुड डेफिनेटली ट्राई टू डू व्हाट यू एक्चुअली वांट टू डू।
गवर्नमेंट जॉब का सर कोई ड्रीम नहीं होता किसी का, मतलब लाइक
नहीं होता,
11
ऐसा नहीं है।
12।
आई थिंक गवर्नमेंट जॉब इज द बेस्ट जॉब इन अ वे, दैट द रीजन इज बिकॉज इट गिव्स यू मच मोर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। प्राइवेट सेक्टर में योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज टू अर्न मनी, is
यस
to
सर।
earn money. Definitely, if I'm in private sector and I'm not able to earn money, then I'm not good in that. But in government sector, you have an opportunity to think beyond money. People are not thinking. It is their problem, but you can. You can, because if Vikram Sarabhai would have not thought about that, because APJ Abdul Kalam was what? Why did APJ Abdul Kalam? He's a missile man. Think like that. Think for APJ Abdul Kalam. Why did he join that institution? Purely for a government job.
यस सर।
APJ Abdul Kalam sir joined the job purely for a government job. You can listen to their Vikram Sarabhai entered the government job just purely for the government job. But later on, they did not settle only for the job. They kept on innovating within the job, and that is why out of
यस
so many
सर।
scientists at that time, APJ Abdul Kalam became APJ Abdul Kalam, because within that job point of, because APJ Abdul Kalam had no social connections, no good family, no richer background, no power. Only because he was good in that government job, he innovated and became the missile man. So what a government employee can do, I think private sector can never do as a job, because you can become APJ Abdul Kalam, you can become Vikram Sarabhai, you can become Homi J Baba. All of them were government officers.
यस सर।
समझे
यस
ना
सर।
मेरे? तो
वी
ये
हैव
ऐसा
सीन
नहीं हम
अ
बोल
लॉट ऑफ
सकते कि
we have seen lot of example that people are in government job can they can do better in extra term also somehow.
नहीं,
ऐसा
ऐसा
नहीं
भी
है
कुछ नहीं है, वो इंसान का होता है यार। मैं तुम्हें दोबारा बार वही
हाँ।
बोल रहा हूँ, इसका कोई भी ये कि ये गवर्नमेंट, वो एग्जांपल्स होते हैं। If you think that you are innovative, then I think you will be an example in whatever sector you go. ठीक है, तो
यस सर।
हाँ। बाकी CSIR नेट की प्रिपरेशन से तुम्हारी फिजिक्स अच्छी होगी, ताकि तुम जो है इनोवेशन तभी कर पाओगे ना जब फिजिक्स अच्छी है तो।
हाँ सर, वो ये माइंड तो कम से कम चलना चाहिए किसी चीज के लिए,
चलना
राइट
चाहिए,
से।
राइट, बस वो बात है। ओके, एनीथिंग एल्स? हाउ वी नीड टू प्रिंट आउट नोट्स प्रोवाइडेड और मेक अवर ओन? देखिए जी, नोट्स के लिए आई लेट मी क्लेरिफाई। सो लेट्स से दिस इज वन ऑफ आवर नोट्स। Okay, so this is all the notes of spin operator. So this is how your notes will look like. So this is the notes. So first we have theory. Okay, this is my, I have done drawing on it. Okay, so forget about it. You will have formulas. Okay, whatever, and then we talk about why do we have this formula. Why? Okay, we don't derive it, we just simply ask the question, why do we have this formula? Then some diagram, some graph, some concept, and then whatever the necessary formulas are required. If you need commutator results, uh, you need the important results are bracketed and so on and so forth. Okay, so these are the notes. You can just simply print them, or you can make them again. I would advise you to print them, and or you can make also. Then we do some PYQ questions in the class. Okay, so this is the notes. Okay, this is how your notes will look like. So these are the 30-page notes, everything you need to know in spin operator. Then comes the assignment. Okay, then comes the assignment. Assignment is this. Okay, so the moment I gave you the notes, now comes the assignment. So this is our assignment, like we were discussing the assignment today. So this is an assignment on spin angular momentum. Okay, so now you do all these questions. After the notes, you do all these questions. So like we are revising for gate examination, so we are doing gate PYQs. So question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, and then I was discussing the solution. Question 7, question 8, question 9, again discussing the solution, question 10. So this assignment you get. Okay, so there are 35 questions of this, whatever all the PYQs of spin operator I have given you in one PDF. There are 35 questions. Okay, so you do all these 35, 36 questions after the notes. So this is how your notes and assignment looks like. There is no need to make the notes out of these notes. आप सीधा इस notes को use कर सकते हो. That is my idea. बट इफ यू इवन नीड टू मेक द नोट्स फ्रॉम दिस नोट्स, दैट इज ऑल्सो योर चॉइस। आप इसको सीधा प्रिंट भी कर सकते हो और यू कैन आइदर मेक देम अगेन। आई होप इट गॉट अ क्लैरिटी कि किस तरह के नोट्स होंगे। यस, परफेक्टली फाइन। हाउ टू प्लान एंड स्टडी विद ऑल इन वन फिजिक्स कोर्स, इसकी बात करते हैं। मुझे कॉल करो मधु, आफ्टर द सेशन कॉल मी, आई विल हेल्प। Kavya, you also. Even after qualifying net, getting job in the above field is still a question mark, right? There will be another assistant professor exam. There are many PhD, all net JRF are appearing for few teacher posts. Yes, definitely. That is why I said never, never ever just put all the eggs in one basket. अगर आप एक ही एग्जाम के लिए अगर सब डाल देंगे कि यार यही है, गवर्नमेंट जॉब ही है जो है, तो दैट विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम। तो आप तब तक पीएचडी कर लो। लेट से आपका सीएसआईआर नेट क्वालिफाई हो जाता है, आपको लगता है कि अभी असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर की जॉब नहीं निकली है, तो आप तब तक पीएचडी कर लो ना। यू डू अ पीएचडी इन गुड इंस्टीट्यूशन। एक साल कहीं घूम कर आओ, आइजर तिरुपति जाओ, आइजर त्रिवेंद्रम जाओ, आइजर पुणे जाओ, आइजर भोपाल जाओ, आईआईएससी बेंगलोर जाओ, कहीं पे पीएचडी ज्वाइन करो, वहां से पैसे लो, पैसे मिलेंगे आपको। और कीप अप्लाइंग फॉर असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर। जब आपको असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर मिल जाए, व्हेन यू गेट असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर जॉब, देन यू डिसाइड कि पीएचडी छोड़ना है या जॉब करनी है। राइट? अभी कोई भी कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट आपके लिए टीचिंग वैकेंसीज थोड़ी बढ़ा देगा। मैं ऐसे थोड़ी कि अभी मैं अमित शाह को कॉल करूंगा और बोलूंगा कि कल से भाई 10,000 नई फिजिक्स की जॉब आनी चाहिए। तो वो यू वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द रियलिटी वे हैज इट इज। ठीक है, देयर आर मेनी पीपल हु, अब ये तो किसी भी फील्ड के लिए। अभी फिजिक्स के अंदर सीएसआई नेट एग्जाम इज गिवन बाय 32,000 पीपल। ओके, नाउ इफ यू गो टू एनी एग्जाम अदर देन दिस, लेट्स से इवन एसएससी एग्जाम इज देयर, कितने लोग देते हैं भाई? मुझे नंबर नहीं पता, आप बताइए कितने लोग एसएससी एग्जाम देते हैं?
अप्रोक्सीमेट इसका तो 12 to 15 lakh
लैक्स,
students
ओके, सो इट इज इन लैख, 12 to 15 लाख। ठीक है, अच्छा ग्रुप सी ग्रुप डी कितना देते हैं?
25 lakhs है, 25
ट्वेंटी
30
फाइव
इतना ही।
25-30
मैंने
लाख ग्रुप सी ग्रुप डी रेलवेज का एग्जाम। मतलब आप 25 लाख लोगों से लड़कर ग्रुप सी ग्रुप डी ऑफिसर बन रहे हो, और आप 50,000 लोगों से भी नहीं लड़ना चाहते ग्रुप ए ऑफिसर बनने के लिए। तो फिर उसमें मैं आपकी माइंडसेट कैसे फिक्स करूं, बताओ? समझ रहे हो? और लड़ने का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि आप 2 साल युद्ध भूमि में ही हो। आप 2 साल अपना करते रहो और साथ साथ में पेपर आए तो दो। दिस इज गुड। पीपल बिकम फुल टाइम योद्धा कि यार अब 2 साल हम सिर्फ इसी के लिए लग जाएंगे, वो इतना बेनिफिट नहीं होता उस चीज का।
हाँ सर, शॉर्ट टाइम गोल से ही सक्सेसफुल
Now,
ज्यादा मतलब।
one idea is that people who have done PhD are not getting a job. You tell me, in India, doing a PhD is a big thing. You tell anyone here. किसी ने PhDs को देखा है अपने आसपास?
नो सर।
Is doing
It's
PhD in
not a
India a
big
big thing?
thing.
आपके जो लोकल कॉलेजेस यूनिवर्सिटी में आपने वहां पर आपने देखा, वहीं पे उन्होंने बीएससी किया, वहीं पे एमएससी किया, वहीं पे उन्होंने पीएचडी एडमिशन ले लिया, और अब वो पीएचडी के बाद बोल रहे हैं कि जॉब नहीं मिल रही। तो देखो, पीएचडी करने के बाद भी जॉब नहीं मिलती। अब बताइए, आपने पूरे करियर में एक एग्जाम नहीं दिया है, और अब आप बोल रहे हैं कि पीएचडी करके। यार पीएचडी करना इंडिया में कितनी बड़ी बात है। पीएचडी करना, वो जो इंस्टीट्यूट फेलोशिप पे पीएचडी कर रहे हैं जो लोग सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज में, आपको भी पता है उसको करना कितनी बड़ी बात है। समझ रहे हो?
यस सर।
तो ये मत बोलो कि पीएचडी करके भी लोगों को जॉब नहीं मिल रही। अरे भाई, इंडिया में पीएचडी करना कोई बड़ी बात? अगर आपको पीएचडी का इतना ही है ना, तो आप देखियो कि पीएचडी अब करो, आईआईएससी से पीएचडी करके जॉब नहीं मिल रही, मुझे एक बंदा मिलवा दो, मिलवा दो मुझे। आप मिलवाओ मुझे कि यार, उसको ये हो सकता है कि यार 2 लाख की नहीं मिल रही, 1 लाख की मिल रही है, 90,000 की मिल रही है, 80,000 की जॉब मिल रही है, ये हो सकता है। ये तो हमेशा होता है कि यार अभी उसकी परमानेंट पोजीशन नहीं मिली, तो एक आध साल उसने जो है 80-90 हजार पे पढ़ाया, ये हो सकता है। ठीक है, आप मिलवाओ मुझे। ठीक है, तो ये बात बोलना बहुत गलत होता है कि पीएचडी के बाद भी जॉब नहीं मिलना। इंडिया में पीएचडी बहुत तरह
कुछ
की
तो
है।
सर कुछ लोकल यूनिवर्सिटीज है जो ऑपरेट कर रही